Hey guys, welcome to That's So Lauren podcast. My name is Lauren Miller. If you're new here, welcome. My favorite color is black. I'm an Enneagram 3. If you're in the Zodiacs, I'm a Sagittarius. I go to Georgetown University, political science major, theater minor. If you're black, if you're a teen, if you're a woman, I always forget it. If you're black, if you're a teen. Oh, and if you're a girl, a woman, a lady. Something here for you. If you're not new, welcome back. This week, it's gonna be an interesting week. I am indeed eating. I can't tell if y'all can tell right now. I don't have my headphones on, but hopefully y'all can't hear me smacking on these fries. But, if so, bear with me. I'll be done in a couple seconds, right? But starting off, music of the week. He won't fail. Todd Galbraith. He never misses. I love when he yells at me, "Somebody open up your mouth." Love him. Shout out to Todd. Zacchaeus Cortez, hands down, just blew everybody out of the water. Adam Blackstone, his album, I think it's entitled Legacy. It was dope. And Tasha Cobbs Leonard, Lover of My Soul. Like, y'all, music is good and good right now. You feel me? Everybody was good this week. I am pretty good. I'm really happy. There was a point with my therapist that I felt like whenever she'd be like, "What do you want to talk about?" I would always have something catastrophic or really big or negative that impacted my week that I just had to talk about. And lately, it may be little things or just maintenance things, but there's there haven't been things I'm like, "Oh my god, this happened on this day." I'm really proud of myself for making that progress and not letting people affect me the same way that they did, because before it would offset me for days. It would just wreck me. And so now that, I'm able to face conflict, but not even nearly as much as I was. Like, every once in a while, just being able to manage it and go through it is like, it's so dope. Y'all, the air in my room never goes off, and it's so hot right now. Like, hopefully y'all can't hear it. I'm gonna have to figure something out because I hate this. But anyway, this week, I went to see The Woman King. I think it was a great movie. If you know me, I love Viola Davis. I think she is one of the best actresses, if not the best actress ever. Not the best black actress. She's an amazing actress, period. I will put her against any race, any creed, anybody, any tongue. I'll put her against anybody. She's great. She always finds a way to tell their story so beautifully. It's amazing. That whole cast is amazing in my opinion. It felt authentic, it felt real. I just want to say shout out to them, and I hope this is a stride to show Hollywood that, number one, black actresses and black actors are powerful. That when you give them opportunities and good opportunities to tell stories, they're gonna be good movies, and that their community, as in black people, and will show up and support them, and that we'll be behind them, and we'll get those tickets, and we'll make it worth their while. We shouldn't have to do that, but the reality of it is when you put black people on the screen, we kill it every time, and we've been proving that, and not just when you portray us in a ghetto way or a stereotypical way. Like, you give us stories, they're new, old, whatever. Give it to us. Give us the opportunity to kill it. We're gonna kill it. That black cast is amazing, and I just wanted to start there. It was just great. I loved it. But here's the part that I wanted to talk about. I've been seeing circulating something about Lupita Nyong'o. Sorry, guys. Who I think is an amazing actress as well. If you don't know who that is, she's in Black Panther. She's the one that dates Chadwick Boseman in the movie. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. The Black Panther in the movie. Actually, no. Or does she date Michael B. Jordan? Hold on. Now I don't remember. No. Yeah, she dates Black Panther. Anyway, the point is, it's been circulating that she got the role and dropped it because when she went to go visit, I don't want to jack up the name, so I'm gonna say the African country that the movie was based on. Sorry. That she found out that the narrative that the movie was giving off was not authentic and it wasn't the truth and all that other stuff, and she didn't want to praise and give off a story as if these women in the Women King were like just that country were just morally correct and they were the light when really they were a part of the slave trade as well. I'm not giving away too much of the movie for y'all who haven't watched it yet, so if you haven't watched it, you don't have to turn it off. I'm not going to tell you the details. I'm just saying she felt as if the whole story was not being presented and correctly, right? And so she decided not to do the movie. Here's the thing about that. I think that two things can be true at once. I think a couple of things. I think that two things can be true at once. I think that it is possible. It is possible. I'm trying to word it in a way that. It is possible for a narrative or a movie to withhold certain negative parts of a story, or sometimes the good parts, or over dramatize or exaggerate certain parts of the story, and the story still the main part of the story still be true, or it still makes a good movie, right? And so I think that maybe Lupita is right, and they were a part of it, and I get that, not wanting to praise people who have done wrong, but I also understand that this is an opportunity to support black actresses and actors, specifically Viola Davis. She deserves the world. This is an opportunity to support and push for studios to hire and give more black movies. And so I'm not going to say I'm torn, because I definitely I want to say this. I do not believe that they are at odds. I don't think that there's this war between, is Viola right, is Lupita right? And if so, that is just horrible. That's her her prerogative, and that's what she decided to do. But I feel like African Americans have been through enough that sometimes we're telling these black stories. We don't always want to we don't want to constantly remember that we were slaves. We don't want to constantly remember that black and brown people are discriminated against everywhere, but specifically in America. The Little Mermaid about to come out. Y'all know I love Chloe Halle, but specifically Halle Bailey. Little Mermaid's come out, and all the races just came out to play, and it was shocking to see, because a lot of races aren't blatantly racist all the time, but for everybody to just have this outpour of opinion and disgust and disdain for a black mermaid. It's a mermaid. It's a mermaid. Child, but yeah, we don't always want to be reminded. Like, we see our black brothers and sisters being killed in the street. We see the police brutality. We see the discrimination every day. Sometimes it is okay to want to see our people in a positive light. I'm not saying that we should BS stories, and I don't think that we should, not tell the truth, because that is a part of our history, of course. But sometimes it is okay for us to go to a black movie with a black cast and just enjoy the story. I love the Madea stories. I love Tyler Perry. I think he's amazing. I love Oprah. I love all those people who tell those stories about some of our black experiences, because that's definitely, it has a ring of truth to it. It's a side. That's why we all can relate. That's why it's done so well, because we all can relate to some element of those movies. But you cannot tell me as an African American that when you watched Black Panther, and other hidden well, I'm not gonna say hidden figures, but other black movies, you didn't feel a sense of like relief. Like it was, I didn't have to see myself poor. I didn't have to see myself being kids. I got to see myself as royalty, because the truth is, Africans and African Americans, that's who we were, and we still are. Let's be very clear. Let's be very clear. I think that sooner than later, we will return back to, how can I say that? That sense of like royalty and kings and queen. I think that's happening. So I think I'll be alive to see us take our rightful place. But anyway, you know, it's a breath of fresh air to see a positive mother and daughter relationship. It's a breath of fresh air to see the father and the family. It's a breath of fresh air to see us as superheroes and all these other things, and not poor slaves and whooping our kids and can't pay the rent, roaches, and I mean, it's just the narrative has a ring of truth to it. There are a lot of African Americans who are poor and going through a lot, and other minority groups in America, so it has a ring of truth to it. But we're also millionaires and billionaires. We're also scientists and superheroes and mermaids at this point, and princesses and entrepreneurs and so much more. And so I think that although I understand where Lupita is coming, because she is an artist, it's not just her. This is her. People don't understand, like, when you do something, even if it's music. Like, there's certain music I would never sing or put out, because I'm not just gonna get a beat and start rhyming for fun. It's gonna have meaning to it. Some meanings are gonna be deeper than others. Some are gonna be whatever. But like, you don't just, when you really love what you do, you don't just throw yourself into anything. Now, money is a factor sometimes. Actors, by the time they take the taxes out, if you have kids, all of that, you need to keep working and things like that. But I think that I am not against Viola Davis taking on such a powerful role, and her getting her spotlight, her time to shine. I'm not mad at it at all. She's worked hard enough. She's done everything there is to do. Like, she is incredible. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. That's just me. Moving on, guys. I feel pretty good. I think I told you all a couple of weeks ago that I got a ticket for going 106 and 70. Months back. Went to court. They got it all figured out, and I was on probation until I did community service for 20 hours and paid and something else I was supposed to do. Oh, driver's ed. So I paid and did my driver's ed, and I was just waiting on the community service, right? So what I was supposed to do ended up not working out, so I was like, okay, I'm just going to go give away blood, right? And I had a feeling something wasn't going to go right. I go there to the hospital, and she pricks my finger. She said, we're going to see, you're going to test your hemoglobin, all the other stuff, blah, blah, blah. The moment she took my blood, like, literally, she pricked my finger, and literally, like, it was almost simultaneous. I hate that word. It was almost instant. She was like, oh my God, your blood is thin and light. You probably won't be able to give blood, baby. You look iron deficient. She puts it on the little machine. She tells me, mind you, this is a black woman, so I trust what she has to say. That nobody's hemoglobin should be below a 12.5. That's really low for women. And for men, it's 13.5. And the average is about 15-ish to 18-ish. And super high, it's anywhere from like 22 to 30. And dangerously low is about 5.56, right? My hemoglobin level was at a 9. The average is anywhere from 13 to 20, I think she said, or 18. 15 to 18? Yeah, 15 to 18. My hemoglobin was at a 9, y'all. She was like, there's no way I'm letting you get blood. Like, And I was just like, oh my God, like, child. She said, there's no way I'm letting you give blood. She was like, it's just, even if I were to give you like some snacks, try to get your iron up, it's so low. There's no point in me re-pricking you, especially since you're scared of shots and needles, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah. And then I went back to a couple of days ago. I cut my finger so bad. I took my nail off and a lot of the skin. I was peeling an apple. I love apples. Whatever. And my mom kept saying, hold your fingers so the blood will clot up. My finger would not clot up. I would hold it for literally 10 minutes. It was still wouldn't a lot. And she was like, I thought about it. She was like, yes, like thinner blood is hard to clot. I said, this makes so much sense. I said, I felt like it was running like water. And she was like, your blood is thin. I said, the devil trying to take me out of here. But he won't win. He won't win. Thank you, Lord. But yeah, that's my little story of the day. But I think I was just so shocked. Like, my mom had low iron. I think she's good now. She has like some iron pills on it. I know my mom was anemic. I didn't think I was anemic. I'm not cold, so. But anyway, I was just like, dang, I didn't expect it to be that. I thought maybe a little low. I didn't know it was gonna be that low. Like, she was like, goodbye. Like, So I was like, I got turned away, but I should be all good to go. Hopefully. Prayerfully. But, that's how my week's been going. And today, we're going to talk about, I'm trying to make sure I do this in a wise way. We're going to talk about these little boys. So, I was in the cafe, and this dude, this like Indian dude, cut off, like he's reaching over me and this other black boy to get some water when the black boy was clearly, filling up his thing of ice. He was just like, I want some water, and the black boy in front of him let him get the water, and then he walked away. I said, well, you better than me, because that's rude, blah, blah, blah. You know how black people do, we just conversing or whatever. Long story short, I like your energy, you can have your number. I said, whoa, nobody has my number. I don't like that. I said, you got my Instagram. She goes, no, I want your number. I said, okay, whatever. Gave him my number. For those of you who know me personally, my phone stays on Do Not Disturb. I don't like to be disturbed, right? And so, he's like, what's your name? I'm like, Lauren. Cool. I get back to my room. I'm getting missed calls, missed messages and stuff. I said, what? He said, I'm sauce, by the way. I liked it. He said, state your name, big head. I said, when I wrote, because I don't like that kind of stuff. I said, Lauren, I already told you that. He said, get your phone off D&D. I said, first of all, no, and I'm busy. My fault, I don't know. Whatever, right? And he was just very aggressive, and I feel like sometimes people confuse, like, effort with, like, just aggressiveness. Not even aggressiveness, just, like, bombarding me. Like, I love when guys who I like show me effort, of course. But, like, you don't have to call me and text me. Especially, like, I go to sleep pretty early because I wake up early. I'm never going to be up past 10. And if I am, I'm not going to be in the streets. I'm going to be in my bed. Like, you know what I mean? Calling me at 10 o'clock, like, sir, I'm going to sleep. Like, I'm not going to block him yet. Hopefully he gets the message. I've been ignoring him for a couple days. Hopefully he'll leave me alone. But I told that story because when I was younger, I was dealing with a person in particular. I'm not going to say any names, of course. But it seemed like they were always busy. And, like, although it made me mad and pissed me off, it low-key, like, attracted me to them a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, it was kind of like, when I did have their time or their attention, it felt important. You know what I mean? Now I don't know if it's possible to have that same effect when you're always available. I don't know. But years ago, you know, I was seeing posts about not always being available, not always being available. And I've been trying it recently. I think it works, y'all. Like, I think that, you know, when someone's time is limited with you, when they have that time, it's like an honor, and like they take it seriously, and they respect your time. But my only thing is, like, can that same level of admiration and respect be given without having to pull away or not answering your phone? Like I get that familiarity like breeds like complacency. I get that. But like, is it possible to still be familiar with someone and honor and respect their presence the same way you would if they weren't always available for you? That's the question of the day. I don't know. I don't know if it's possible. I will say this. That person that I was dealing with, I enjoyed when they got to talk to me. But I feel like maybe it's not so hot and cold. Maybe there's a balance, like you're busy, but you still make time for me. Maybe it's that type of thing. I was young and dumb, y'all. Forgive me. But I think at the time it was like, I really like you. But you don't have time for me. You're pulling away from me. You're always busy. And I think present, older Lauren, smarter Lauren would say, it's okay to be busy because I'm busy too. Like, I don't have time to be on the phone all day. I have things to do. I'm trying to be a trillionaire. I don't have time to sit on the phone and breathe into anybody. You know what I mean? But I think that making that time and making sure that they know that's a priority or setting some time aside is the part that's missing from being busy. I think there's nothing wrong with being busy. But there's still being that level of like, you're important to me. I'm gonna set time apart for you. That may have been the part that was missing back then. I don't know for sure, but like, I don't have to tell him if he still bothers me. Like, well, I love blocking people. I'm trying not to block him, but I'm probably going to end up blocking him. My thing is like, I have goals. I have a future. Like, I'm trying to be the first black woman trillionaire. I have goals for a family. I have goals for like career goals. I have life goals. You know, $1 trillion is a lot of money. Not to God, but $1 trillion is a lot of money. It doesn't come overnight. It doesn't come easy. It comes with hard work. It comes with planning. It comes with dedication. It comes with a lot of stuff. Like, I'm constantly thinking. I'm constantly overthinking. I'm constantly thinking about moves in the future, moves 20 years down the line. I swear I'm thinking about it. Like, I'm always thinking. So even though I may not be out and about, I'm in my room thinking, okay, if I go to law school this much, Like, I thought I was saying something to one of my classmates, because most lawyers are guaranteed about $100,000 their first year, depending on what state you go in, blah, 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 right? And so we're doing this activity for for this freshman class. We had to look it up on a certain website, database, blah, 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 and it basically said that I would make $108,000 my first year of being an attorney. And, you know, she was like, what's your your biggest goal? I said, to be a trillionaire. And she was like, I'm interested to hear, like, what are your thoughts? What is your plan on that? And I'm telling her, but here's my thing that I said, and I think I'm going to close after this. I feel like a pastor. Not close. I'm going to end it. Oh, my God. After this was like, if I'm making $108,000, right? Let's just say I stay in my mother's house for a year. A whole 365. Let's say after taxes, I'm making, let's be extreme, $85,000 a year. And let's say on like cars, food, bills, whatever, I'm spending it at another 30. I'm making this, so now that's $55,000 I didn't spend. That's money I can invest. That's money I can save. You know what I mean? And so I was like, I have a plan. Like, I know I have a plan. There are certain like accounts I want to get into, the ones that you can't touch for 30, 40, 50 years, that make interest. I want to invest in stock. I want to do this, real estate, blah, blah, blah. I'm just going on and on. And some people thought it was realistic. Some people didn't. I mean, I don't really care. I'm going to always do me. And that's another thing. I didn't know I was going to talk about this, but now I'm talking about it. So here we go. Do not let people crap on your dreams. There are people who are okay with making $55,000 a year, and they're okay with that. Guess what? That's nothing wrong with that. If that's the life that they want, let them live their life. As for Lauren, as for me, that's not what I want. I'm not content. And one of the girls is like a woke girl. She's like, why $1 trillion? Like, when is enough? And we're talking about that. And I didn't feel offended because she genuinely wanted to know, and I'm more than happy to explain to her why. I'm a black woman. I am a second-generation college student. My mom is the first person in her family to go to college, one of the only to graduate high school, if we're going to be real. So education to me is a privilege, and I work hard, and I deserve to be here. And I deserve every dime I get, whether from the government, outside scholarships. I deserve it. I work my butt off. I absolutely do. I show up. I have to be 10 times better than my peers. I have to stand out. I have to do all this different stuff, and I do it. I don't complain about it. I do it, and so I deserve it. I absolutely do deserve it. Like, especially in my like political science, like the forums or like the certain classes or like events around campus that are political science. There aren't a lot of women who look like me, or women at all, if we're gonna be honest. And so I have to work hard. I'm naturally a little introverted. But I'm like, around campus, nobody knows I'm introverted because I have to speak. You wouldn't see me, or you would think I'm some ghetto black girl if I don't speak and you hear me speak the way I speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm working hard, so I deserve every dime I get, of course. But like, some people are okay with that. I'm not okay with that. But she was like, why $1 trillion? I'm like, well, like I said, I'm second generation college student. I want to build, and this is outside of money. This is just in general, a legacy, like with my partner, whoever, whatever. If I have children, don't have children, whatever. Like, but I at this current moment, I do desire children. If I have children, I want their children's children to be able to go to school. Don't even gotta think about where they're going, how much it costs, nothing. I want them to be able to go. I want them to be able to buy their first car, their dream houses, all on my dime. Absolutely. I want to be able to send trucks and planes of resources to other people in other countries. I want to be able to give those people affected by gentrification and redlining the opportunity to have homes and housing, like healthy and I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but like, acceptable housing. Like, they deserve that. I work at housing, like I said, and a lot of the custodian ladies, they're like old enough to be my grandma. Some of them my great grandmother. Matter of fact, two of them are the age of my great grandmother, or how old she would have been. And they don't drive. Some of them don't know how to drive. The majority of them cannot afford a car, or the payments of a car, or car insurance. And they're taking MARTA, or they're walking, or they're biking. And I'm like, you're over 50 years old, 60, 70 years old, walking or taking a bus. A few of them by choice, most of them is not. It's by force. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. The fact that you're even working at this age we weren't just made to work and die. And so for me, I think that's why I'm so adamant about this whole trillionaire thing. Like, I want to be able to have whatever I want, whenever I want. Money is not the source, it's just a resource. I want to be able to have as many resources, like I want to be able to use them how I want to use them. If I want to buy a plane, I want to be able to buy a plane right now. You got to think about how much money to make. If I want to buy a plane, I want to buy a plane. If I want to buy a helicopter, I want to buy a helicopter. If I want to buy a dream house, I want to buy a dream house. Like, I want to be able to do what I want to do when I want to do it. If I feel led to give somebody a house, I want to be able to just write them a check for the house. I don't have to look and, oh, well, maybe if I do this, do that. I don't know. Anybody got time for that. I really am in the business of helping people, which is why I'm even going into this major. Because my dream is to be, like I told y'all, entrepreneur and entertainer. And I help people, through art and things like that. But in the meantime, it's through policy and legislation and awareness, which is why I'm going to law school, which is why I'm political science major right now is to help people. I really enjoy helping people. I can say that genuinely. I really enjoy helping people, which is why I love my job. Like, it's chill. I get to help people when they need it, and then we're cool. I love my job. I really do. I don't have a problem with my job at all. But I don't think it's greedy for me to want to live a life that I want to live. Even if I were a selfish person and I decided that I didn't want to give any of that money away, it's my money. Why do you care? Why do you care? Like, think about a trillionaire coming to your church and giving their 10%. For some people, that's their church's mortgage. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the things you can do by just living well. And who made this narrative that God wants us broke? I don't know who started the narrative. I ain't gotta know. As for me and my house, Lauren Kennedy will not struggle in the name of Jesus. Okay, all right. I don't know where that story came from. I'm not struggling. Oh, Jesus, I'm a warrior. I'm poor, and Jesus, look, girl, go get you a job and live your life, okay? But yes, I want to be able to take care of the generations behind me and all of the people who have helped me become who I am to this day. Literally every person. Teachers, custodians, mentors, people in my family, people who aren't my blood family, but I love them like they were my church family, pastors along the way. Like, I feel like you should honor and respect those people who helped you get to where you are. Even not like if it wasn't like a financial contribution, mentally, spiritually, whatever. Like, I want to be able to take care of everybody I want to take care of around the world. Because here's the thing: if I don't make the money, or if a Christian or somebody with moral, a moral with sound judgment doesn't make the money, somebody gonna make the money. So who would you rather have the money? Me? Someone with good intentions, someone with a good heart, someone who wants to help other people and not be selfish with the money? Or the complete opposite? Look at our world right now. Imagine if everybody was off this whole "we gotta be poor for Jesus" tip, and they had money. Imagine the things we'd be able to do. We wouldn't have to keep collecting offerings for this new building. We'd be able to just pay for the new building. We wouldn't be going through all this stuff we're going through. Like, freaking Jeff Bezos owns Amazon and the New York Daily Post. Hello, if y'all don't see what's going on, I'm in a media and society and culture class. I'm sorry, y'all. My professor will be so proud of me. If you don't see the agenda setting, the conglomeration, so on, and all, the list goes on of stuff that's going on, I don't know what to tell you. I know God wants me to be prosperous. I know I want me to be prosperous. I like nice things. I like people around me to have nice things. If my kid is 18 and they say, "Mom, I want a car." What car do you want? I want a Tesla. I want to get them whatever Tesla they want. Now, of course, they're going to work hard. I'm not saying just give them the world. No, I'm not saying that. But if you work hard and you're a good person, why shouldn't you be blessed? Why shouldn't you have the desires of your heart? Oh, okay. That's it, y'all. A bunch of stories. I'm doing really good. I feel like this is the best I've been mentally in a long time. Emotionally, I've been better, I guess. But mentally, I feel great. I feel strong. I feel balanced. I feel at peace. More than I have in a long time. So, I feel great. I feel really good. Therapy's working. College is working. My alone time is working. I'm working. Yes, thank you all for listening. I hope you enjoyed one of those stories. Follow me on Instagram at That's So Lauren. Sorry, Jesus Christ. On Instagram at Lauren Miller __ on Snapchat Dream _ vocals. On YouTube, it's That's So Lauren. This has been That's So Lauren podcast. I think this is episode 13. I think. Pause. Is this 13? I think so. Yeah. Episode 13. If it's not, it'll say it on the episode description. Thank y'all for listening. I hope you have an amazing day. That was so long for no reason. Have a good day, y'all. Bye.